Hi there, welcome back to my views on news. Two news stories. First one is from Somalia. Ethiopian PM Abiy is visiting Somalia. An announced visit. Interestingly, it was being rumored yesterday that Ethiopian PM was going to visit Mogadishu on a Thursday. While he is due to visit Mogadishu right now, I'm recording this video, he hasn't landed in Mogadishu. But right now, heavy fighting is ongoing just 30 kilometers away from Mogadishu, Somalia's capital. What is the significance of Ethiopian PM Abiy's visit of Mogadishu? Let's have a detailed look at it. And where is this fighting ongoing between Al Shabaab and Somalia's soldiers, supported by an African country's soldiers? Let's start. First, was uh, Ethiopia Somalia relations deteriorated considerably in 2024 after Ethiopia signed MOU with Somaliland to gain access to sea. Somalia cut off ties with Ethiopia. Hassan Sheikh refused to meet with PM Abiy. Ethiopia could not implement the MOU with Somaliland. Somaliland held election. New president Abdirahman took office. He is not interested in implementing the MOU, keeping in view the stiff resistance being shown by Somalia and Somalia's allies. Then Turkey negotiated an agreement between Ethiopia and Somalia. They signed Ankara Declaration in December last year. They agreed to talk about the issue of access to sea. First session of technical talks was held in Ankara a few days ago. Second round is due to be held next month. So Abiy is now pinning all his hopes on Somalia for gaining access to sea. He was hoping to gain access to the sea through Eritrea. He could not materialize his hopes. He turned against Eritrea. Then he signed MOU with Somaliland. MOU could not be implemented. Now he's pinning all his hopes on Somalia. If Somalia does not give any favorable deal to Ethiopia, what will Abiy do? That we can talk about in another video. PM Abiy would be the first head of state of Ethiopia who is visiting Somalia in the last 16 or 17 years, showing how significant this visit is. Around 15 years ago, Ethiopia sent its troops to Somalia to support peacekeeping operations there. Since then, I don't think any Ethiopian prime minister, president visited Somalia. That is why this visit is historic. Mogadishu is under lockdown, you can say, because roads are closed, no traffic, barriers erected, pickets put in place. Huge banners, flags have been put up on the roads with pictures of PM Abiy and President of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh. Hassan Sheikh was very warmly welcomed when he visited Ethiopia on two occasions in the past few months. Abiy will be warmly welcomed in Somalia, it seems. By the way, Somalia's allies, Hassan Sheikh's allies, President Al-Sisi of Egypt, President Isas Afwerki of Eritrea, have not visited Somalia so far. Hassan Sheikh visited Eritrea at least 5 times, if I'm not wrong, in the last 2 years. Not a single reciprocal visit paid by Isas Afwerki of Somalia. Hassan Sheikh visited Egypt as well, but no reciprocal visit paid by the president of Egypt too. Ethiopia has realized that it can only gain access to sea through dialogue. Pressure won't work. It tried to exert pressure on Somalia, but it backfired. Strategy backfired. Somalia managed to form alliance with Eritrea and Egypt. Somalia pressurized Somaliland, and MOU just went into MOU just became insignificant. Now, let's see what happens. Today's visit is going to be historic, I believe, because that will definitely lead to improvement in bilateral relations. We saw 2 days ago, Jula and Ridwan visited Mogadishu when they signed status of force agreement with their Somali counterparts. Ethiopian troops are going to continue operating in Somalia. So gradually, Ethiopia-Somalia relations improving, but main point is that Ethiopia wants to gain access to sea. It does have access to a port in Djibouti. It wants full access to sea in the form of lease agreement, in the form of some sort of military deployment. Will Somalia agree to this demand or not? That will be clear next month. In March, the two technical level teams from Ethiopia and Somalia will again meet. Let's see. Interestingly, yesterday some Somali government officials confirmed on condition of anonymity that on Tuesday Ethiopian PM would visit Mogadishu. Mogadishu is not safe. Al-Shabaab fighters have been able to carry out attacks near presidential palace, near the airport as well. So whenever foreign dignitaries visit Mogadishu, they don't announce their visits in advance. They keep their schedule secret. Why? Because Al-Shabaab has the capability to hit any part of Somalia, including Villa Somalia, including intelligence agency of Somalia headquarters in Mogadishu, which they hit, I think, in the past, and Mogadishu airport. But interestingly, PM Abi's visit was disclosed yesterday. So far, I'm recording this video, he has not landed in Mogadishu. We'll see and update in coming videos. Meanwhile, while Abi might land in Mogadishu in coming hours, heavy fighting has been ongoing around 30 kilometers away from Mogadishu between Al-Shabaab fighters and Somalia's forces supported by an African country soldiers. Could this fighting postpone Abi's visit? Let's see, 30 kilometers is not a huge distance, by the way. Definitely, Al-Shabaab fighters can hit Mogadishu anytime. This morning, Al-Shabaab fighters stormed Balad. Balad is in Middle Shabelle, Haran region. And Balad was retaken by Somalia's forces. Balad and other parts of Middle Shabelle and Haran. They were taken by Somalia's forces, retaken by Somalia's forces in 2022, 2023. But Al-Shabaab fighters have been trying to retake control of Balad and other areas in Middle Shabelle. This morning, dozens of Al-Shabaab fighters stormed Balad. Somalia's federal forces and Burundi's fighters, their soldiers, are trying to stop this attack from Al-Shabaab. Reportedly, they have managed to kick out Al-Shabaab fighters from Balad. How many killed? Not clear. But Somali sources claim that Balad is clear now. Al-Shabaab's attack has been repulsed. We'll have to wait. But local community of the area confirmed that since early Thursday morning, they have been hearing sounds of gunshots and loud explosions from the area. Al-Shabaab fighters tried to take control of Balad and other towns close to this main road. By the way, Burundi, we heard yesterday, might withdraw its troops from Somalia. Why? Because Burundi and Somalia could not agree on the number of Burundi's troops in the new peacekeeping mission, which started operations earlier this year, at the start of this year. Burundi does not want the size of its contingent to be decreased. Somalia wants to decrease the size of Burundi's contingent in Somalia. That is what differences arose, and a few months ago, Burundi threatened to withdraw from peacekeeping mission. Somalia did not give in. It said, okay, withdraw if you want to withdraw. And yesterday we heard that Burundi might not be part of the new peacekeeping mission in Somalia. But the way Burundi soldiers are fighting on front lines, supporting Somalia's forces, it means that they have been supporting Somalia's forces at front line. They should remain as part of peacekeeping mission because they know the terrain very well now. They know the tactics used by Al Shabaab, and they have been involved in direct fights against Al Shabaab. Let's see what happens. So far, Somalia has not made official announcement about Burundi's departure from the peacekeeping mission. Will Abiy land in Mogadishu or not? Which areas will he visit? I think he'll meet with Ethiopian peacekeepers too in Somalia. He might announce some aid as well for Somalia. He announced aid for Sudan as well, though Abiy is in need of aid too. 1.6 million given by USA to Ethiopia in 2024 is in danger now. It won't be received by Ethiopia in 2025 maybe because USAID, WFP, they have suspended aid to Ethiopia. Trump government has suspended aid to foreign countries. But Abiy wants Ethiopia to be a player in the Horn of Africa, in this part of Africa. That's why he announced aid for Sudan. He might announce some aid for Somalia too today. Let's see what happens. Thank you for watching.